Hi all, thanks for tuning in to our annual Christmas broadcast. Lots of detail coming up after me from the guys at the studio about all the products that are coming out of here, as well as John Paul out of the US, where I hear it's a lot colder than here. Last year was a great year. We made lots of plastic kits, lots of great stuff. This coming year is going to be an even better year, I think. We've got for Team Yankee, we've got the Free Nations book, as well as NAM and the Arab-Israeli Wars books coming in conjunction with Osprey. As well, for Flames of War, we've got Advanti and Armored Fist. And it's just gonna, we got lots of stuff coming out, lots more great plastics, and some of them even tested on dogs. But thanks all. I'm actually going to be, I'm looking forward to meeting lots of the UK guys and European guys up at our open day in England at the end of in June, as well as hopefully just watching everything on the forums and stuff. So from all of us here, from all of us and our families, to all of you and all of your families, have a really great Christmas and a great New Year, and travel safe and roll good dice. Thank you.
Hi, in the coming year for Flames of War, we've got a whole bunch of new products coming out for you. First of all, we have Advanti, the book on the Italian forces in North Africa. Now, this is available for pre-order already. It's got 3 companies in it: a tank company, which allows you to take both the M1441 tank and the Semaventi SP gun together or separately, infantry in 2 different forms, and lots of wonderful support. We've got 4 great plastics coming out. We've got this double sprue here, which does the M1441 tank and the Semaventi in the same sprue. We've also got a 47mm anti-tank gun and a 100mm artillery piece coming out in plastic as well for the Italians. Now, we've retained the 8mm bayonets flavour in the Italians. On each unit card, there's 2 columns. And you roll a die to see which of the 2 columns you get. So if you're lucky, you get improved ratings. So the next thing we've got is Armored Fist. This is a new book for the British. It takes Desert Rats and expands it into a whole new place. So it adds your rifle companies, Valentine tanks, Churchill tanks, and a whole raft of other new and interesting things, your Sherman tanks from the Americans and so forth. Now, for that we've got 2 new plastics. We've got the Valentine tank, as I said, and we've got a Churchill. Both are awesome plastic kits. Plus, of course, we've got a British version of the Sherman, a British version of the Priest, and all the old Desert Rats plastics as well. So Armored Fist is going on sale in April. And for those of you who already got a copy of Desert Rats, take your copy in with you when you go and get your Armored Fist to expand your forces, and we'll give you a free Churchill sprue at the same time. Once the British book's done, we're going to be releasing an Eastern Front series of books. So it's going to have all sorts of new goodies for the Russians and the Germans. It's all I can really tell you about it at the moment, but it's going to come and it's going to be exciting.
Hey everybody, I'm here to talk about what's coming for Team Yankee in 2018. We have a bunch of new things coming for it. Some of them are not what you were expecting, probably. One of them is, through Osprey Games, we'll be publishing a Team Yankee update of Vietnam, which will be great. Team Yankee Vietnam will come with card packs for all the existing players so they can update their current forces. Plus we'll have a bunch of new stuff like plastic T-55s. Of course, we've seen the plastic Huey come out in stripes, but we also made it for Vietnam. And there'll be a few other bits and pieces as well coming out at the time. Our next Team Yankee book itself will be Free Nations, which is started off as a book with a couple of forces in it, ended up with 4 different forces. It's got Canadians, French, Dutch, and Australians. So, NATO and its buddies. The Canadians will come with plastic Leopard 1, plus a whole pile of new metal and resin things as well. The French have a whole pile of plastics. They were AMX 30 tank, AMX 10P infantry fighting vehicle, and a Gazelle helicopter, which will come with options for hot anti-tank missiles as well as 20mm auto cannons. Then we have the Dutch, which will also utilise the new plastic Leopard 1 kit. They also use the Leopard 2, already out for the Germans, and they have their own infantry fighting vehicle, but we'll be doing that in metal and resin. Then we have the Australians, which will include the Leopard 1 as well. So the plastic Leopard 1 gets a lot of use out of this. It'll be used also for the Germans, of course, and it'll do the options for the 8th, the Leopard 1A3, as well as the Leopard 1A1A1, which is the one with the extra armour on the turret. Finally, also through Osprey Games, we'll be doing Arab-Israeli War, which will include Syrians, Egyptians, Jordanians and Israelis. That'll cover the Six-Day War of 1967 and the Yom Kippur War of 1973. So there's be a bunch of new things included in that. Once again, our new plastic T-55 will get used for that. And it's also worth mentioning the plastic T-55 will also have bits for the AM2 to be used for Volk's Army and Team Yankee. So lots of great new plastics coming out next year, so keep an eye out for that. Finally, I'd like to mention that the M60 plastic that's already come out for stripes will also make the Israeli M60 Magak 6, so making sure our kits cover as many bases as we can. Arab Israeli will also include card packs, so you can update your existing Arab Israeli forces with the new Team Yankee style cards. Team Yankee will continue to grow over the next year, and that's pretty much what we can tell you at the moment, so have a good Christmas and we'll see you next year.
Hey, we've had a great year in tanks, and we're going to be talking about our next year in tanks. I'm Andrew, and I'm one of the designers for tanks, and we're going to have a lot of great stuff for you guys. One of the things that's coming up this year is some more desert tanks. We haven't done the British or Italians yet, so they're coming up next. The British, we're basically going to be focusing on the Churchills and the Valentines for our next release. The Churchills are going to be great, because they're going to be like heavy armored, just beasts. They're going to have like defense 2, lots of hit points. And then we're going to have 2 variants. We're going to have one that has its 6-pounder, so a bit more punchy gun, and another one that has the artillery option, so a Churchill CS tank. So that's going to be quite interesting to have a large tank with the artillery rule. Something else that's going to come out this year is the Italian tanks. The Italian tanks are going to be quite small, so they're going to be quite cheap, so you can get a lot of them, but they're kind of little pea shooters on like really weak tanks. So to kind of give you more options, we're also going to give you the option of adding them to either German lists or adding German tanks to them. So there's going to be a special upgrade card in the Italians pack that'll give you allies, which will be the first time allies has been introduced into tanks. So that's going to be kind of an exciting new mechanic. So after the Italians, we're going to go back to the British, and we're going to come out with more Churchills. But these are going to be the late war Churchills. So you're going to have like the super heavy armored Churchill, which will have lots more hit points, and it's going to just be really hard to kill. And then we're also going to have the engineer Churchill, which is the AVRE Petard Churchill, which is going to be good at destroying tanks at close range. It's got some really interesting rules, and it'll probably also have some special rules in the OP kit for destroying bunkers and other fortified locations. So that's going to be quite cool as an expansion onto the British. And yeah, and after that we have a lot more cool stuff coming out. We're going to head into the Eastern Front. We're going to see some Soviet releases, which it's been a while since we had Soviets, so we're going to have some cool Soviet tanks, some cool new German tanks coming out as well in that whole block. So keep your eyes open for that. I mean, we had an exciting year this year, and we're going to have an even bigger year next year. So yeah, thanks for playing tanks.
Hi, I'm Adam, and I've been working on getting Team Yankee translated into a bunch of languages for around the world. We've started with the core Team Yankee rulebook, and we're coming out with Red Thunder and Stripes as well. It's easy to get involved. Just pick up a hammerfall and look for the sticker on the front of the box to say it's in your language. Team Yankee is currently in French, German, Italian, Spanish, Polish, and coming out in Russian soon. Next year we'll be working on Flames of War, and that'll be coming out in the same languages. Just look for the sticker on the box or ask your store to get some in. If we don't have the language for you, let us know. We could have your favourite game in your favourite language. Have a good Christmas and see you next year.
Hi everyone, I hope you've enjoyed hearing from the team here at Battlefront about all the good things you're going to see next year coming out. We'd like to wish you a Merry Christmas and a safe New Year. from everyone from the wider Battlefront team, as well as our special guest Ben from Blitz and Pieces in Singapore.
Hi guys.
Have a great year everyone. Merry Christmas.